Hello, this is Music This Week for week number 18. It's the week of Martin Luther King Day, the holiday on Monday. And that is the day that we don't have to have any school work to do. And the banks are closed all around town. And there's no mail delivered on that day. A lot of places of business are closed. We have school off that day because Dr. Martin Luther King was a pretty important person. And we're gonna do a little bit of a read aloud today, talking about Dr. Martin Luther King. But I want you to, first of all, I'm going to turn on some music, and I would like you to pause and take a break if you need to find two wooden sticks, or maybe two wooden spoons in your kitchen, or two pencils or two pens, because we're going to listen to a chant. And a chant is different than a song. When you have a song, when you listen to a song, the melodies go up and down and up and down. And sometimes you can see the little circles that I point to that tells you to go up and down, and our voices are getting higher and lower. A chant is more like just talking, but there's a certain rhythm to go along with it. And if you think of going to a football game, and maybe you listen to the cheerleaders, or maybe you listen to the Skol chant or something, there's a certain time, there's a certain rhythm to do something. You're not singing, but you're talking it, and sometimes even yelling it. And today we're going to do a song. It's not a song, it's a chant, which means it's about Dr. Martin Luther King, but we're not singing it. We're doing our rhythm like this, and we're talking it. And if you look at this is a rhythm for ta, 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 sh, repeat sign, ta, 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 sh, ta, 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 sh, ta, 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 sh. And so we're going to do that while there are some other people on our CD doing something a little bit more difficult about Martin Luther King. And they're going to do Martin Luther King, Martin Luther King, Martin Luther K-I-N-G, Martin Luther King, Martin Luther King, Martin Luther King, Martin Luther K-I-N-G, Martin Luther King. And we're doing something different. We're going to go brotherhood, rest, brotherhood, shh, brotherhood. And it's not a race. When we're singing together and we're doing something together with music, we start together and we hope to end together at the same time. The hard part, because you don't have books in front of you, we're going to do the easy part where we're going brotherhood, shh, brotherhood, shh, over and over and over, while the people on the CD do the little more difficult part about Dr. Martin Luther King. So let's try that and see how this goes. Brotherhood, 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 brotherhood. Wait.
Equal rights, liberty, and freedom. He had a dream that we shall overcome. Justice, equal rights, liberty, and freedom. He had a dream that we shall overcome.
Our part again, ready? Brotherhood, 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 brotherhood. Wait. Brotherhood, 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 brotherhood.
Justice, equal rights, liberty, and freedom. He had a dream that we shall overcome. Justice, equal rights, liberty, and freedom. He had a dream that we shall overcome.
Here we go. Brotherhood, 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 brotherhood. Okay, that's one piece of, that's a chant. We never really sang it. We were just talking it and to a certain rhythm. Now this time we're going to do one over here, and this is our play along. It's like on YouTube, and you are either going to have an opportunity. We're going to do everything together, where we are going to use our sticks again. Our sticks. It's either going to say peace, which is like a quarter note. We're going to say peace, or justice. Justice is 2/8 notes. Justice. Peace would be a quarter note. Peace, 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 peace. If it's justice, a whole bunch of those, they're 1/8 notes. Justice, 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 justice. sometimes there's a rest. So I'm going to do it with me. I'm going to use my sticks, and you can use your wooden spoons or whatever, and say the words peace and justice. You're not going to see quarter notes, and you're not going to see eighth notes. You're going to see either a dove for peace, because there's one part to that word, so it's a quarter note. Justice is 2 eighth notes. So I'm going to turn that on, and we will do this one. Wait just a minute. This guy will always tell us 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. 1, 2, ready, go. Justice, justice, peace, peace, peace. Justice, justice, peace. Justice, justice, peace, peace, peace. Justice, justice, peace. Justice, justice, peace, peace, peace. Justice, justice, peace. Justice, justice, peace, peace. Peace, justice, justice. Something new? Just wait. He'll give us a 1, 2. 1, 2, ready, go. Peace, justice, peace. Rest, rest, peace, peace, peace. Justice, peace. Rest, rest, peace, peace, peace. Justice, peace. Rest, rest, peace, peace, peace. Justice, peace. Rest, rest, peace, peace. Something new? 1, 2, ready, go. Justice, rest, rest, peace. Justice, justice, peace, peace. Justice, peace. Justice, justice, peace, peace. Justice, peace. Justice, justice, peace, peace. Justice, peace. Justice, justice, peace, peace. Something new? 1, 2, ready, go. Peace, justice, justice, peace, peace. Justice, peace, peace. Justice, justice, peace, peace. Justice, peace, peace. Justice, justice, peace, peace. Justice, peace, peace. Justice, justice, peace, peace. Justice, peace. Something new? 1, 2, ready, go. Peace, peace. Justice, 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 peace, peace, peace. Justice, 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 peace, peace, peace. Justice, 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 peace, peace, peace. Justice, 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 peace. Something new? 1, 2, ready, go. Rest, rest, justice, peace. Justice, peace. Rest, rest, justice, peace. Justice, peace. Justice, peace. Justice, peace. Justice, peace. Justice, peace. Something new? Peace, peace. Justice, peace, peace, peace. Justice, peace, peace, peace. Justice, peace, peace, peace. Justice, peace. Something new? 1, 2, ready, go. Peace, peace, peace. Justice, 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 peace, peace, peace. Justice, 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 peace, peace, peace. Justice, 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 peace, peace, peace. Justice, justice, justice. I think we're done. Now, I'm going to turn on a story about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It'll tell about his life. Your assignment for this week is to write down 5 things that you have learned about Dr. Martin Luther King through this story. So you'll just take a piece of paper, or you can type it if you want to, and take a picture and send it to me. 5 different things that you've learned about Dr. Martin Luther King with this story.
Welcome to Storytime with Miss Melange. The title of our book is I Am Martin Luther King Jr. The author is Brad Meltzer, illustrated by Christopher Eliopoulos. I am Martin Luther King Jr. When I was little, I used to get into a lot of accidents. One day, my little brother hit me in the head with a baseball bat. 2 other times, I mistakenly got knocked over by a car. Another day, I tumbled over a banister, then bounced through an open door into the basement. No matter how many times I fell, I kept getting back up. Even before I could read, I knew I liked books. My dad always talked about how I kept a lot of books around me. I used to tell my parents, when I grow up, I'm going to get me some big words. There is a power in words. Big words were in my future. When I was 6 years old, one of my best friends was a boy whose father owned a store across the street. My friend was white, I was black. It didn't matter to us. We would play games and have fun together. But when we started going to school, everything changed. He went to school where all the kids were white. I went to school where all the kids were black. Soon after, he told me, I can't play with you anymore. Why? My dad said so. He doesn't want us being friends. But why? You're one of my best friends, aren't you? Aren't you? I didn't understand. It didn't make sense. At dinner, my parents explained, it's because you're black and he's white. I was so mad that day. How could someone treat me differently just because of the color of my skin? I wanted to hate my friend and his father, but my parents told me to do the opposite, that I should love my friend even though he hurt me. They taught me that it's better to have more love in your life than more hate. Then my mother taught me one of the most important lessons of all. She said, you are as good as anyone. You must never feel that you are less than anyone else. I wanted to believe it, but every day I saw the opposite. I saw you could be treated unfairly just because of the color of your skin. If you were white, you went to a good school with great playgrounds and plenty of books. If you were black, your school was small, sometimes with no desks or even windows. It wasn't just the schools. Black people had to use different water fountains, different elevators, even different bathrooms. In fact, on a hot day when everyone wanted ice cream, if you were white, you can sit at the counter and eat from a nice dish. But since I was black, if they served me at all, it was through a side window and they put my ice cream in a flimsy paper cup. It got even worse when I was 14. I had just won a speech competition. My speech was about being fair to all people. I was so excited. Then on the bus ride home, a few white people got on board. At first I stayed put. It didn't seem fair, but my teacher convinced me to move. We spent the rest of the ride standing and getting tossed in every direction. It was the angriest I have ever been. Every day, that is what life was like. Black people were treated terribly. The only question was, what could I do about it? At the age of 15, I started college. By 19, I became a minister and entered seminary school to study religion. In no time at all, I got my chance. In Alabama, a black woman named Rosa Parks was told to give up her bus seat to a white man. It was just like what happened to me. But unlike me, Miss Parks refused. She was arrested. Early the next morning, I got a phone call from a local community leader. Instead of using violence to protest the unfair rules, Black people would use a peaceful method. We would not ride the public buses. Without our money, the bus companies would go out of business. Now the only question was, would it work? On the first day of the protest, my wife called me to the window. The buses are all empty. It's working. We had to keep it going. As the head of the bus boycott, I gave one of the most important speeches of my life. The room was packed. Camera crews were filming. I had only 20 minutes to prepare. I didn't use notes, but by speaking from my heart, I found out how big words can be. The police put me in jail saying I was breaking the law. Other folks bombed my house, but instead of using my fists, I kept my calm. For more than a full year, every black person in the city, and some white people too, refused to ride the buses. That meant some people had to walk for miles, but they kept going. There was a power in standing together. Eventually, our peaceful protests worked. The rules were changed. Public buses could no longer separate people based on the color of their skin. That was only the beginning. Soon our peaceful protests sparked other peaceful protests. At lunch counters, college students organized sit-ins where they would not stop until everyone could eat together. Our methods of nonviolence were so powerful, I was invited to meet with the president at the White House. But sometimes the hardest problems were right at home. Seeing my daughter cry was one of the most painful moments of my life. It only made me work harder for change. Was it easy? Absolutely not. During one protest in Birmingham, Alabama, the police again arrested me and locked me in a dark jail cell that had only one window. Someone slipped me a newspaper in which white religious leaders had written an article calling us lawbreakers. Someone then snuck me a pen. In that jail cell, I wrote my own response in the margins of the newspaper and even on toilet paper. My letter from Birmingham jail was soon published as a pamphlet. Then it was in magazines and newspapers. Today, it has been read by millions of people. Like I said, it is amazing how big words can be. Our message was so important, even kids your age joined us. In Birmingham, during the Children's Crusade, more than 1,000 kids, some as young as 6 years old, showed up to march. The first day, the police arrested 900 of them. The next day, 2,500 children showed up, ready to go to jail. This was our finest hour. Enraged that we were not giving up, the chief of police told the firemen to spray the children with water hoses and attack them with dogs. They thought it would stop us, but instead, as the whole country watched on TV what they were doing to our children, it was a wake-up call for the nation's conscience. 90 days later, the rules began to change. Now, blacks and whites in Birmingham were using the same lunch counters, water fountains, and restrooms. You can feel it in the air. More change was coming. Freedom was contagious. By the summer of 1963, an estimated of 1 million Americans held their own protests in cities across the country. A man named A. Philip Randolph suggested a massive march. The people came from almost every state. They came in nearly every form of transportation. They even took off work and did not get paid just to be there. Old people, young people, black people, white people, even children like you. They all came to Washington, D.C., gathering in a righteous army. Why? Because they wanted a change, and they knew the surest way to change the world is to stand together. On August 28, 1963, I stood at the podium and spoke what some later called my biggest words of all. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream that one day little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. Let freedom ring from every mountainside. Let freedom ring. After the
That goes on a little bit longer, and I'm going to attach it to your lesson plan. If your mom and dad want to watch the rest of it, you can. But it tells us a little bit about what Martin was like when he was a little kid, and then when he grew up and he got married, and then how he started to see problems and that nobody was doing anything about them. And so he took it into his own hands to start solving some of the problems, to point out that we have some issues here that we need to take care of. I want you to write down 5 things that you learned about Dr. Martin Luther King. And then I will send it back to me so I can see that, and we'll see you next week. Okay, bye.